I am a creature of comfort. When I find something that works, I just stick with it and generally don't look around at anything else. However, now and again, it is good to get out of my comfort zone, try something else, try something new. That's exactly what we'll be doing in this video, specifically by trying a new lens and a type of lens that I've never used before. So given that I'm in Venice with Faisal at the moment, we still have another week or so, he gave me his Minolta lens to try, and honestly, after about 2 days of using it, I am sold. All the images and all of the B-roll videos are filmed using this Minolta lens and the X-H2S, apart from this talking head and apart from footage of the lens itself, or me using the camera and the lens, obviously. Now, I am no historian, but I don't think that phase detect autofocus existed 50 years ago. Therefore, this lens is completely manual. I have never used a manual lens before. Obviously, I've tried with the manual setting on these cameras, but you can't really translate it to using a proper manual lens. So for me, this whole thing is very new, and I was generally a little bit nervous because I thought that I would completely mess everything up. Now, although this lens does have distance markings like any manual focus lens, they're not the most accurate, at least that's what I've been told, because it's adapted, so nothing quite lines up as it should. However, this has not been too much of an issue. The main reason is because I've been using the X-H2S and it has pretty decent manual focus assist features. I mean, not just this camera, any Fuji camera or any camera would have it. Personally, I've been using peaking and the digital punch-in zoom. Now, when I'm generally walking around, I would set the peaking to white and high. It's just what works for my eyes. You might be different. And then I will adjust the focus until what I want in focus has this white outline. The higher the aperture, or the higher the aperture values like f8 or 10 or whatever, obviously you will have much more visible lines because more is in focus, whereas if you go down to f2, less will be visible. So as I would walk around, I'll be looking through the viewfinder or through the back of the screen, and when I see something that I like, I'll quickly move the focus ring until what I want in focus has that white outline, and I take a photo. Initially, my accuracy was awful. It's still not the best, but definitely there is some improvement. I think it's just muscle memory, knowing how far to push that tab. Speaking of tabs, the tab that's on this lens is so useful. It's in the perfect place, which makes, two-handed operation so easy. Now, if I do have some spare time and I can stand and, compose my shot, then once I've done the initial focusing using the peaking, I would then do a punch-in zoom and then dial in the focus that way a little bit more. Now, on this particular camera, I assigned the button that's right next to the grip because it's just a very natural place. So in short, I am totally sold on the manual focus experience. Obviously, it will never replace my autofocus lenses. Obviously, there are some scenarios, or most scenarios, where having a good autofocus system is just better. However, there are certain times where I do see myself using the manual focus lens over the autofocus. Specifically, if I have just a day to kill and I just want to focus on the process of photography. Because by using the manual lens, I found it similar to like driving a car. You know, if you drive an automatic, it's great, it's easy, and it shifts much quicker than you will ever shift. But if you have a proper manual gearbox, you just feel more connected to the driving experience. It's the same with this. By having the manual lens, I felt more connected to the process of photography, and I felt a much better, bigger sense of accomplishment when I nailed focus, as opposed to using the latest autofocus system, just point and shoot. Obviously, if I'm doing client work, if I'm in a particular area for a limited amount of time, or if I just want to get good shots at the end of the day, the autofocus lenses will always come with me. But I do see a space for a manual focus lens in my kit in the future. I am not quite sure which one it's going to be yet. Please use the comments for that. And that will definitely be a new experience going forwards that I'm looking forward to. Now, if you love how the photos look in this video, then I am delighted to say that I've just released my new preset pack. So the preset pack consists of 22 presets. It's compatible with Fujifilm RAW files, therefore using the film simulations, with general RAW files for all other cameras, and for Apple Pro RAW formats as well. So the 10 original presets from the previous preset pack have been carried over, have been slightly modified and improved over the years. And then there is an additional 12 presets that I've been working on over the last year. These presets will not change your life, they will not improve your sex life, they will not give you a six-pack and make you a trillionaire, but they're good presets. It's a good way to support me, it's a good way to reverse engineer how I edit, or just see how my look looks like on your images. This is Lightroom only. A Capture One preset pack will be coming separately. In the previous preset pack, I tried to match them, but honestly, it's almost impossible to match Lightroom and Capture One like for like, because both have a different RAW engine and color processing. So if anything, a separate Capture One preset pack with its own look will probably be a better option, but that's quite a while away. So I'm waffling. Thank you so much for your support if you did grab them. If not, the link's down below if you want to support. This is the best way to do it. And back to the video.